Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Yes, thank you for your likes, your comments, and other feedback channel that you normally use to get through to me. I appreciate, and it's a sign that what I'm doing is impacting on you. So, in my last post, I posted something about sex education for children, and I got a lot of questions in my mail and inbox. Now, the question was, when should we teach our children sex education? At what age should we start teaching our children sex education? So, here I am today with the right answer for all our parents and teachers. The right age to teaching our children sex education does not exist. Do you get what I'm saying? There is no right age for anybody to teach it or a child sex education. What determines if you should start teaching a child sex education is how conscious the child is, how enthusiastic is the child, how social is the child, how exposed is the child, how curious is that child. That is what determines, oh, I should start teaching this child sex education. So there are some children that they might be very, very young, they are very curious, they like to try out things, they like to experiment. Teach such a child sex education. So, on an average, what I always tell people is that once a child can understand, come, go, don't do that, sit down, that means that child can be taught anything. Just the way you teach your child, don't do this, don't do that, this is the way to the bathroom, this is how you go to potty, for your poo, for your wee wee. That is how you should start teaching your child sex education. So, what am I trying to say in essence? I'm trying to tell you that you can start teaching your child sex education at any age, as far as you discover that the child understands what you are saying. All you need to do is to make it, to present the issue in a language that is so simple, so that the child will understand what you are trying to say. So you will not make it complex or use grammars. When the child understands you, just the way you start using one syllabic word for the child, that's how you should start telling them, bonbon, nobody should touch it. Your breast, nobody should touch it. Your penis, nobody should touch it. So you start teaching. And some people also said, some commended me for the song on don't touch my bonbon, don't touch it. Yes, that song is Holy Spirit inspired, because I've been asking myself, why do we have this habit of I don't know if it's an habit or something. I don't want to condemn anybody, everybody know how they always, everybody have always paved way for one another, you understand. People are coming behind you, they will see differently, just like that. So individual perception, but I'm not so cool with having to say, if you touch my private part, I will tell. So I'm kind of in this extreme of the other side that believes that children should be taught independence. Children should be taught self-defense. In a situation whereby a child is faced with a challenge, what should the child do? It's not when it has already happened you now start saying, if I'll go and tell my mommy or I'll go and tell my daddy. When it was about to happen, what was your defense? What did the child put forth? So I am coming with this perception of, a child should firstly be able to defend his or herself, confident enough, self-aware to know that this thing is right or wrong, and know that this thing is totally wrong. It is not acceptable. A child should be able to know that, oh, I need to set boundaries. For this my body, there are boundaries. There is a height of where you should get to that I will not shout for help. So if all children are aware, pardon, if all children are aware that, oh, when somebody touch me beyond my shoulder, the person is infringing on my rights. That means the child will know when to say, don't touch me, don't touch my breast, don't touch my bonbon, don't touch my penis. Every child have the right for self-defense, for protection of self. They should voice out for protection of self, not only when it has already happened before they will not start coming. That is the victim mentality, because they are going to be coming to you and say, mommy, daddy, this happened. Whereas this could have been prevented if they were swift enough to say, don't touch me, and run away, or don't touch me, they protest, and somebody overheard them. Imagine you walking past and you hear a child say, Don't touch my bonbon. You are going to respond. What's going on there? Compared to just staying after the person is done, you now go and tell your mommy.